One thing I've found about the labs is they're really fortresses. I mean, you can't really break into them. That's why they were dumbfounded when this video came out. There are probably 2 or 3 million activists on Facebook. Without Facebook, we would not have been able to really make the world as globally aware of the crisis, not only in the environment, but with endangered species. You're really playing the odds being a grassroots activist. We do not work under any organization per se, but we work under all of them. And right now we're working with PETA. PETA needs grassroots activists. So why? Because we are huge numbers that they don't have. One dog was in such horrific pain from having implants of pesticides put into their body. The dog could not lay down. We have been responsible for closing a University of Wisconsin, University of Pennsylvania primate labs as well. But those were done with petitions and major press about what they were doing for 40 years. And these dogs, they made sure had muscular dystrophy when they were born by going into the fetus. These dogs led nothing but a life of pain. So we got involved with PETA on this, and PETA had done a graveyard demonstration, veterinary school's graduation. And it was one of the most incredible marketing jobs I've ever seen. They put out tombstones of every dog that had died the previous year with giant stuffed animals of golden retrievers, including babies, little pups, in front of each headstone with the names of the dogs. It's about 40 of them. And of course, as they came out of the graduation from the vet school, they were faced with PETA. It went viral, and that's how I found out about it. The lab is really shut off to the public. Students are threatened with dismissal. Teachers are threatened with being fired if they even bring up the lab to anybody. Breaking through that is going to really be difficult. It would make the beagle situation seem very, very easy. What they do to these animals is horrific. And beagles are very complacent and very friendly, and that's why they use them. And we'll never know how he really got in there. Those are secrets of the Humane Society, and where they can still do their work, So it's when you hear stories like this, it's a big risk. And of course, after this was found out and the video came out, they had armed guards outside of the lab after that. Have to be very, very careful. Legally, a lot of times activists cannot do anything about it. So the only thing you can really do is embarrass them.
You guys, I apologize for the interruption. Let's take a 15-minute coffee break.
Apologize to the dog!
One thing I've found about the labs is they're really fortresses. I mean, you can't really break into them. That's why they were dumbfounded when this video came out.
They're certainly entitled to that opinion, but they're not entitled to their own facts, and the facts don't back them up. The Texas A&M situation is a good example because since I think 1981, they've been doing Duchenne muscular dystrophy research on dogs, generally golden retrievers, but also other breeds of dogs. And they breed these dogs to have debilitating muscular disorders. They live miserable lives until they're experimented on and then killed. And out of that has come nothing. Nothing except a pile of dead dogs and some nice careers with good income.
C'est sûr que si on leur montre nos chiens léopards, ça risque de leur faire perdre beaucoup d'argent. Voilà, l'argent de Téléthon se sert à faire cette recherche-là. C'est dissuasif pour les gens.
And notoriety and traveling to international meetings for researchers who in all their years of research have never prolonged the life of one muscular dystrophy patient even one day.
A large portion, probably 30%, had never donated to them and had no idea they had a dog lab there that did the things they did. Because the PETA representatives and their lawyers got on them.
I've been doing this with the Physicians Committee for 15 years now, and our position is that any research involving the use of non-human animals in an attempt to understand and develop treatments for human disease is unreliable and cannot be fixed. More than 90% of animal experiments, when translated to humans, fail because you cannot understand what happens in humans when you use animals to study the diseases. That's our view, and over time, the use of animals in medical research is declining, as it should. I don't personally believe that's for ethical reasons. I don't think animal researchers give a damn about the ethics of using animals. It's because alternative methods have been developed that are increasingly good at improving on the translation of the research to the human disease. So I think that's why we're moving in the right direction, and because these advances in human relevant research are ongoing, I think it's inevitable we'll get to the point where non-human animals are no longer used to study human diseases. When you're training medical students and residents and practicing physicians on how to do their jobs, the simulators are remarkable and have been kicking animals out of the equation for a number of years now.
But I would encourage all of you, just to close, to really be aware of what's going on this planet, because it is not good.
I don't rely on the ethics, although I'm certainly driven by the ethics. I rely on the science and the results. And I say, look, your son has muscular dystrophy. You are giving money to an organization that does dog research to try to help your son. That's been going on for 4 decades. And nothing in dog research is going to help your son. You need to demand results, not just research.
I think if we want to keep our planet around, we have to get involved with it. So I say to you, as the future of this planet, get involved.